This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. Today is Monday, April 17th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, one person has passed away as a result of a two-vehicle crash that occurred over the weekend on the highway. Nevada Highway Patrol's major accident investigation team was called out on Saturday morning to investigate a fatal crash that occurred in the intersection of Highway 160 and Homestead Road. Involved was a motorcycle and a pickup truck. 57-year-old Wade Mullins succumbed to his injuries as a result. He was the motorcycle rider and a popular member of the Tribe Motorcycle Club. Mullins lived here in Pahrump. The driver of the pickup truck initially declined to be medically transported at the time of the crash. A short time later, he was evaluated by Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue medics and was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital. The motorcycle rider was struck by the vehicle and CPR was immediately in progress on scene. He was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries as a result. Traffic was blocked on southbound Highway 160 for an extended period of time during the investigation of the crash. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, auxiliary units, and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene, as well as Nevada State Police and Nevada Highway Patrol's major accident investigation team. How the incident occurred is still under the investigation. Well, a pedestrian has been transported via Mercy Air after being struck by a vehicle while reportedly walking near or in the highway this afternoon. Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating a vehicle versus pedestrian crash that occurred on Monday afternoon on Highway 160 and Larkspur Street. According to the reports, a truck and trailer were on scene and is the suspect vehicle. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies made contact with the driver of that vehicle on site. A witness also remained on scene and spoke to deputies at the time of the crash. The pedestrian was transported via Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue ambulance to the Mercy Air Base, where they were airlifted to a trauma center in Las Vegas in critical condition. Traffic was blocked in all directions during the investigation by Nevada Highway Patrol. Several individuals commented that the pedestrian was seen walking in the roadway and appeared to be under the influence at the time of the crash. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and auxiliary units assisted with traffic control during the investigation. Well, two people have been killed in a fiery crash, and police say the person responsible for their deaths is now in custody. Nevada Highway Patrol has arrested an individual for 2 counts of DUI resulting in death, 2 counts of reckless driving resulting in death, and 1 count of failure to drive on the right side of the road. On Sunday, April 13th at approximately 3:14 in the morning, Nevada Highway Patrol responded to UMC Trauma Center to assist the Nye County Sheriff's Office regarding a double fatal crash that occurred on the Nevada National Security Site in Mercury. According to the declaration of arrest, they made contact with an individual by the name of Prince Pollard. He was the suspect driver identified in the crash. Troopers with Nevada Highway Patrol say that Pollard was driving a white 2018 Dodge Ram. He crashed into an oncoming vehicle described as a 2011 Mercedes-Benz wagon that became engulfed in flames as a result of this crash. Both of the occupants of the Mercedes-Benz were located deceased inside the vehicle. Pollard was transported to UMC Trauma Center as a result of his injuries sustained from the crash. Nevada Highway Patrol's major investigation reconstruction team responded to the scene to assist the Nye County Sheriff's Office. The investigation revealed that Pollard was traveling northbound at approximately 90 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. They say that he drove left of center entering the southbound travel lane, striking the Mercedes-Benz head-on. Questioning Pollard at the hospital, officers say that he denied that he was speeding and in fact said that the other vehicle came in into his lane, causing him to turn and overcorrect, crashing into that vehicle. He also covered his face and mouth with a blanket most of the time while in the hospital bed. Officers submitted and received a search warrant for his blood, which was taken later on that morning. 2 samples resulted in a blood alcohol concentration of 0.120, and the second one taken an hour later at 0.101. Prince Pollard was arrested by Nevada Highway Patrol at that time. And a brush fire was extinguished today near a mine in Amargosa. The cause is unknown at this time. Amargosa Volunteer Fire Department, the Bureau of Land Management Fire Department, and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were working a brush fire in Amargosa earlier today. The fire was located southwest of Highway 373 and was approximately 1/2 mile long in size, according to Scott Harris from Amargosa Volunteer Fire. The fire was closely located to a mine called the IMV mine. The cause of the brush fire is unknown at this time. No injuries have been reported. More news on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue is using yoga and physical therapy as part of their training. Las Vegas, KCLV TV, and Nancy Byrne produced this segment.
Training to be a Las Vegas Fire and Rescue firefighter is strenuous and stressful, physically and emotionally. In recent years, departments across the country have been putting more of an emphasis on making sure graduates from first responder academies are not neglecting their mental and emotional wellness in the process.
Hands on your knees, palms facing up. Close your eyes.
Las Vegas Fire and Rescue is on the cutting edge of this well-rounded training philosophy, making sure that cadets take a little time in the rigorous 6-month academy to just breathe.
Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's an unfortunate but a fantastic movement that health and mental health and more alternative ways of achieving mental health are being approached.
One of the Academy's trainers at the head of this movement is Morgan Uhas.
I see firemen as professional athletes. I think that their job is strictly to perform for the community. So I believe that we should be training them as professional athletes.
She knows sports and training. She's been an athlete all her life. She holds a bachelor's degree in sports and exercise science and a master's in exercise physiology. So she believes, like athletes, mixing strenuous training with short stints of downtime is key to each of these cadets' success.
We're trying to implement programming called blocked programming, where they have 4 different blocks throughout their time here, where 1 week is a strength week, 1 week is a power week, an endurance week, and then a deload week, so they can recover and then get them prepared for the upcoming strength week, which is obviously really heavy and a large amount of volume.
Yoga gives the recruits a chance to wind down from the rigors of training, prepare for more stress on their bodies, and has the added benefit of helping to prevent injuries now and as firefighters.
Today I wanted to give the recruits an opportunity to get in tune with their bodies, especially when they're going through something as rigorous as academy. I also want to give them a space to have a mental connection with their physical and their mind, so that they can start recognizing when an injury is about to happen, or if they start feeling a little bit of discomfort in a joint, it may prevent injury in the future.
Third row, go ahead. You all face this wall over here. Second row, go ahead.
The Academy has also partnered up with Toro University to include physical therapy into the firefighter training, another effort to prevent injuries.
I think my place here is just help them with my expertise when it comes to endurance training and running, and help them manage those loads, whether it's through the academy or on the weekends, how to recover, and just, like I said, just keep those injuries, the overuse stuff at bay to help them not only get through the academy, but get through and finish stronger and better than they were before.
Las Vegas Fire and Rescue has always prepared its recruits well for the physical rigors of the job. Adding a few new tools to the training will hopefully encourage them to find a little better life balance in a career that can be stressful physically and mentally.
They seem to be really receptive of it, coming in and knowing exactly what's going to be expected of them and knowing that there's a purpose behind, I guess, at the light at the end of the tunnel, what the purpose behind what I'm doing is.
Well, Senator Pete Goicoechea, Assemblyman Gregory Hafen, and Burt Gurr are inviting the public to join their weekly conference call for the 82nd legislative session on Thursday, April 20th from 12:45 until 1:15 in the afternoon to update the public on the status of bills and agenda for this session. In order to connect to the conference call, you can dial 888-363-4734, and you can you can enter the access code 732-4810, followed by the number sign. If you missed any of that, we have it on our KPVM Facebook page, of course. And if you would like to find out any more information about those conference calls, you can also contact their office at 775-684-1447 if you have any questions. A recent poll shows 1 in 8 Americans over the age of 50 are addicted to highly processed foods like sweets, salty snacks, sugary drinks, and fast food. That is not surprising to Cleveland Clinic registered dietitian Kristen Kirkpatrick, who says those foods are hyper-palatable.
So what is a hyperpalatable food? It's a food that studies have shown that really kind of hijack areas in the brain. So they'll make you feel great. That's one thing they'll do. They'll take away the sensation of fullness. So when we look at something that's hyperpalatable, it's very hard to stop eating that.
Signs of food addiction can include intense cravings, having trouble cutting down on how much you're eating, and experiencing withdrawal. Kirkpatrick says there's also no one direct cause for food addiction. It can vary from person to person. For example, someone might be triggered by an event or a person, or use food to help cope with their emotions. That's why she says it's so important to have a therapist involved in this type of issue, because they can help get to the root cause. And from there, a registered dietitian can help pick the right foods to eat.
And we have studies that look at food addiction and looking at trauma in childhood. We have studies looking at if your parents, 1 or 2 parents were alcoholics, there was a new study showing that you were more likely to be going into food addiction. So there's a lot of things that are outside of the dietetic world that are more in the mental health world. This is why a therapist is going to be so crucial to work with.
And researchers involved on the poll suggest physicians ask people about food addictions, which can ultimately help them get treatment and improve their overall physical and mental health. And we wanted to let everybody know, as of noon today, and you probably know who Mojave Max is, and he is our desert tortoise that we have here in southern Nevada. He broke a record today. He is still brumating, which is the reptilian form of hibernation, and he still is sleeping. And so he is there at the Desert Springs Preserve, and we're waiting for him to come out. But as of noon today, it's the longest time that he has brumated. We're going to have a little bit more on that tomorrow and see if he comes out before tomorrow at news time. News 25 will return in just a moment.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
All right, in today's Save a Pet, we go to the Nye County Animal Shelter and introduce you to Savannah.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi, I'm Tasha, and I'm here at the Nye County Animal Shelter with Savannah. So Savannah is approximately 9 months old. She is a cattle dog, and she is a very active young puppy. She's looking for a home. She was originally abandoned actually in her home. So she was picked up by animal control and brought here for safety. She has since been spayed, microchipped, and vaccinated, and she's ready to go home. Her adoption fee is only $100. So we would love for you to come down and meet her. The shelter is located at 1580 East Seary Lane, located just across from the treasurer's office. And we are open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Savannah would probably do best in an active home. Would probably do well with another dog, somebody who may challenge her and play with her regularly, or even do really well in
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, taking a look outside. Got a nice view out there today. And when we get back, we're going to show you where John is at on the road.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM on the road studio. I am in Beaver Lodge in Alberta, in Canada, on my way down to Nevada with my son. This is the largest beaver you're likely to ever see, and it's kind of a point of interest here in Beaver Lodge, a point of interest and pride. What we're proud of today in the weather, well, let's take a look at the weather map. 61 degrees up there in Fernley. Fallon's got 63. Carson City feeling saucy at 58. The Cold Spot Award winner. Congratulations, Tonopah. You saw 64. Goldfield checking in at 68 degrees. Beatty, Majestic 76. It's 84 out in Amargosa. You're the hot spot. Congratulations. Almost edged Las Vegas. Well, you did, in fact. In Las Vegas, you almost saw it at 83. And out in Death Valley, it's 94 degrees. Here in the Paradise Pahrump, well, let's take a look at our current temperature, 79 degrees. Not too bad. 81 degrees just a little bit earlier. Winds kindly out of the south-southwest, 18 miles per hour. I imagine there was some sand blown into somebody's eye today as the sun rose in all its majesty at 6:08. It's setting this evening. Let's look for it to go down at 7:19. And as we head through our low tonight of just 52 degrees, it's going to be a great time to reflect under those partly cloudy skies. Should be a gorgeous sunset tonight there in Pahrump. I'm a little jealous. We'll be on the road and probably south of Calgary here soon. As for the rest of the week, well, let's take a look at 17-mile-per-hour winds tomorrow. 69 degrees as it cools off like it should. I guess it's sort of like blowing over a hot bowl of soup. We're going to get a little cooling. 69 degrees on Wednesday. Temperatures return to fighting trim in the mid-70s and upper look, we almost get to 82, 83 degrees by the time next weekend rolls around. That should be a gorgeous weekend. No real talk of rain. We're going to have a little bit of cloud cover to temper the sun somewhat as those temperatures get into the low 80s. A great trend we will celebrate, and I'll be enjoying soon. 2 more days on the road. We'll send some more pictures of wildlife and points of interest along the way. But until then, that's your weather report. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
All right. Thanks so much, John. Can't wait to see the next few days, and be safe out there for sure. And everybody else, be safe out there. And that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us up here on the Hill. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.